Steven probably calls her crying like twice a week.
I want to dive into a little bit of Mom's background, just so y'all know a little bit more about who our mom is, her thoughts on season 1 of the reality TV show.
Out of the women business owners, like, she's got to be one of the biggest around.
So redneck. Do you not remember my reaction?
She was not happy.
Out of all your boys, who do you think is the most real American cowboy?
That's 183 inches of
That's
North
a good
Missouri
butt,
whitetail.
Cole.
Are you more excited about Jesse's wedding or your first grandbaby? And you have to answer. Hey y'all, welcome to Meet the McBee's, powered by AgAmerica Media. Today, we've got my mom on the show. Finally, you get to hear from Momma McBee, and we're also joined by my brothers Jesse and Cole to talk about all things season 1, Jesse's wedding, Cole's baby on the way, and Cole had a pretty good week for himself. Shot a pretty good deer. We're going to be talking about that too. Stay tuned, y'all. More episodes of Meet the McBee's drops every single Tuesday on YouTube and every other audio podcast listening platform. So saddle up and let's get down and dirty with it. Hey, y'all. An exciting episode today. We finally have more than just Jesse, Cole, myself in the studio. We actually have Momma McBee here today joining us on the podcast. And Momma McBee is someone that is not usually in the spotlight. She is not one to be, what would you say?
Center of attention.
Yeah, she does not like the center of attention.
No.
She's more behind the scenes, pushing us boys or supporting us boys. So to have her here today, we enjoy it. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Thanks for coming,
Hello,
Mom.
boys.
I know
Thank
this
you.
is a lot for you
This
to
is
be.
a lot for me.
Well, and for any of y'all that watch the show, you know that my mom was not in it in any capacity, and that was very intentional.
Yeah, she is a lot different than us and
And
one person for sure.
my dad in particular.
She is not a drama person. She stays out of drama. She is like the rock in all of our lives, the steady, always
even
there,
keel,
even
consistent.
keel,
Whereas my dad's like this roller coaster of emotions, and we're all roller coaster of emotions. My mom is not big in drama, and let's be honest, reality TV is nothing but drama.
That's about all it is.
So we intentionally went out for season 1 and said, we're not going to make my mom a part of this. We don't want her to be judged or have all of the mess that is reality TV and everything that comes along with it. So we set out in the very first week before we even decided to film the show and said, we don't want our mom to be a part of this.
And it was a mutual.
I was gonna
It was a
say,
mutual decision. It wasn't just us. My mom was like, I don't want to be a
I-
part of this.
No. I'm
So-
very private. And
Yeah,
so,
you are. And
Yeah.
today, what we wanted to do, there's been a lot of questions about you, about our relationship, just because it's not on TV. And we are as close with you. Heck, I'm closer with you than I am with Dad, honestly. I mean, we go to you with all of our relationship problems, with all of our life problems, with all of our complaints about each other and Dad. You're pretty much the one we go to for anything that we're feeling at any given time. Kind of keep us level-headed.
Yeah, I think Steven probably calls her crying like twice a week.
She's not denying it either.
I'm not denying it either.
Steven's had a rough few years.
It's
Getting better.
It's been
We're
a little
going up.
rocky.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been a roller
That's right.
coaster.
It's on the
It's been a roller
We're
coaster.
getting through it.
30 and single, Sorry, just had to.
They like to rub that in. It's all right.
He's getting there. He's waiting for the right one.
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Mm-hmm. So I want to dive into a little bit of Mom's background, just so y'all know a little bit more about who our mom is, her thoughts on season 1 of the reality TV show. Don't express those now. We'll wait till later on.
Maybe skip some episodes.
Yeah, we don't need to talk. Maybe just thoughts on a few people.
And really just our relationship in general and how Mom has been there for us as the farm has grown, as we've obviously entered this world of reality TV and everything in between. So, Mom, why don't you let everyone know where you live, what you do for a living, really just your life backstory.
That's a lot. Maybe start with where you live and what you do. We'll go with
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Well, I currently live in Blue Springs, Missouri. I just moved there about a year ago. I was living in Lee Summit. I own a communications company along with my partner, and that that keeps me pretty busy.
And it's
I
not
love it.
just any communications company.
No, it's not.
It does-
It's grown. It's
The communications company is about 10 times bigger than our farm.
It's done really well. She She supports us all.
It's literally. She has done so well with that company and has grown it to a crazy big size. And I know that we're all incredibly proud of the work she's put in. And again, my mom is not the center of attention. Our mom is not the center of attention in any way, shape, or form. So she will not brag about herself. She won't be one to post all over social media or anything like that. If I was in her shoes, I would be on a yacht in Miami taking Instagram stories and
I'd
throwing
really
them
like
up
to
all
know,
over.
like, out of the women business owners, like, she's got to be one of the biggest around.
Gotta be in Kansas City
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean,
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in our industry, and but
Yeah, you guys are in an underground infrastructure industry, which is a very masculine
Definitely.
industry.
but I
Dealing
also
with, like, blue collar, like, what you'd expect to be, like, digging ditches. That's who she's dealing with.
I have a great
You
team,
do have a
and
great-
obviously my partner is
No, you guys have done.
he's great. We're
Crazy good.
we're a good team, that's for sure, and good partnership. And I have, I just have managers, the office staff, the employees. They're all I'm proud of it. I am proud
should
of
be.
how far
Like,
we've
you've
come.
worked hard
and,
for it. But you still,
it was a lot of hard work. It was a lot of we had to put a lot of hours into restructuring it all, and becoming consistent with it. And I think that's what I wish you boys would learn. That
We try
sometimes
to
I
take
want
on too many things.
you do, and sometimes I want to tell you boys that every single thing your dad's taught you, just do the opposite. Because
we do take on too many things.
we'd like to, we got a lot of ideas. We probably just need to focus on a couple
If we just
things.
focused on one or two things, we would be so much better off, which we're getting back to.
Yeah, we are.
I think we learned our lesson over the last few years that whenever you try to grow so big and you try to diversify up to the point that you can't even manage any given business, any one business, let alone all 8 of them.
Well, I think we've talked about, like, what's the hardest time in business? Starting it.
Starting
like, the
up.
first 5 years.
And
no
all
matter
we've
what.
done is start.
Like, we have had, if you think about the business we started, not bragging at all. Trust me.
No, it's not bragging
but,
whatsoever.
we started,
we actually are idiots.
like, 5 or 6 big businesses in the last 5 years that are all startups. Like, from scratch. You thought of the idea. You came up with it at 3 a.m, playing your guitar, sitting there, and then you put it to work.
And then you have to create every single system for it. You have to figure out how to even make money for it. In any given business, you're not going to make money for the first 5 years. And for a lot of businesses, it's not even until the first 10 years. Yeah. So imagine starting up 6 new businesses all within the same 2-year span. You're saying, I'm not going to make money in any 6 of these businesses for 5 to 10 years. You want to talk about putting you in a tough cash position.
Yeah. We also don't start anything we start. We don't do it on a small scale either. We started 10
jump
car
in with-
washes within a few years. We started obviously farming and got up to 40,000 acres within a few years. And anything we do seems to grow very
Should we
quickly.
get in that meat business now, look?
Before we got our feet underneath of us, I think, and that is where we get into trouble.
We're working our way out of it, though. I think that my mom's advice and our own painful, very painful learning lessons have taught us to stay consistent and hone in on what we love to do and what is the best business model and pursue that with everything we've got. So I know me specifically, I'm focused on the direct-to-consumer meat business. Jesse and Cole are focused on strictly running the farming operation, which is no longer 40,000 acres and trying to take on the entire world. We're focusing on higher quality rather than quantity of acres. And I think that this year has been the first sign of light at the end of the tunnel that we're actually moving in the right direction.
It's been like a 3-year goal to get to where we are now. Like, sitting down 3 years ago, be like, this ain't working. Like, we're not doing this no more. And I think that was us more than anybody, like us 3 right here, that were like, dude, we can't put in the hours. We can't farm this many acres. Like, it's not working anymore. And we're finally getting to where I feel like we know what we're doing now, and we can actually see that we can do it at the size that we want to do it at.
Yeah.
It got to a moment there where I was like, man, do we even know what we're doing? Like, are we even going to be able to, do this? Like, what is going on? Like, are we too far in under our head? And I feel like we're kind of, not saying we're not there yet.
We're
but
still bobbing up and down in the water, but we're getting a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Wow, boys, I'm sitting here. You boys have listened to me a little bit on this. I'm proud of you.
We've got some learning.
We're turning
scars.
a cruise ship is the only problem.
Yeah,
So
that's
Yeah.
the problem.
You're-
Tell everyone.
It's a good analogy.
It's one
You're
thing
exactly
to
right.
understand when you're wrong, but whenever you're at the size that we are, you can't just snap your fingers and change overnight because we're so big already.
Mm-hmm.
It's turning a cruise ship, not a Ferrari, so it takes some time. But we've got some some painful scars and learning lessons that we've taken to heart, and I think that all of us boys know, hey, this is the direction we need to go in, or else we ain't gonna be here in 5 years making it as this business. Right. So
Exactly.
and I think Brayden maybe has taken your advice more so than anyone because he avoids the farm like the plague, which is not a bad idea. He's like, you know what? The farm is a horrible business model. I'm just not going to go up there.
We're trying to convince him that it's changing a little bit. So, but he has come up a little more.
He's seen you boys get sucked in and it completely consume your life. And, that's just not what he wants. That's not his passion in life. But
I don't either.
He is starting to come up here, though.
He is. He was in the combine with Jesse the other day.
Yep.
I actually love the person Brayden's becoming right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I know,
he's
it's
starting to
kinda
get out.
fun
He's getting
seeing
a
his-
personality that he's never had. Like, he's really becoming like.
Are you and him getting along better?
We are. I feel like I see a little bit of me in him.
I don't know if that's a
I
good
don't know.
reason.
I don't think I see that. Do you?
I don't think so.
No,
But-
you guys don't think so? So I think I see a little bit of me, and I think he's doing good.
Maybe.
The good sides of me.
Oh, yeah.
You have a
Okay.
lot of good
I
sides.
do. The good qualities.
Way more good than bad.
That's right. So what is it you see in Brayden that reminds you of
He's
yourself?
that dog in him.
He's getting that dog in him. He's coming around.
Oh, we're not going to go. I should have known where that was going. Boys.
Your little baby.
What's the next topic here?
Boys, let's moving on.
Yep. All right. So, speaking of little baby, Mom, I have a couple questions for you. Are you more excited about Jesse's wedding or your first grandbaby? And you have to answer.
That is such an unfair
You can't
question.
say it's equal. Which one?
Jesse, I hate to tell you, but I know the answer. and
I know
you
the
do.
answer.
I think you
No,
do
it's-
too.
I know the answer too,
That
and
is
I'm
such
not
an
gonna.
unfair
I mean, the
question.
wedding's gonna be cool, but
Mom, I can tell you what I'm more excited for. Well, that sounds bad, but
You can't say grandbaby.
I can't say grandbaby.
Your wedding's this Saturday.
But a grandbaby, like we haven't had a kid around
that's your
us.
niece,
and-
actually, not your grandbaby.
well,
My grandbaby.
my
Yeah.
niece. Yeah.
yeah,
You can say it. It's fair, Mom.
I think.
I think
it's fine.
Allie would very much agree with you on this subject.
I mean, it's a baby.
I know. How
It's,
can
and
you-
it's a girl.
your first one.
Like,
Okay,
it's the
so
first
that's
one.
the answer.
No, I did not really give an answer there. I just said that I am very excited about your wedding. I have waited so long for this, and
Yeah, lots
I
of
can't
exciting
wait.
things. Lots of exciting things.
lots of exciting
It's going to be a
things
good
this year.
week. It's already been a good week, actually. And I think Cole actually brought a little present here, Mom.
I could smell
this
it
out,
a
Mom.
little bit, actually.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. That's 183 inches of
That's
North
a
Missouri
good butt,
whitetail.
Cole.
This is what you boys enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Hold it, Mom. Let's see.
I'm fine. You boys, I've done this all your life.
Look at the hat.
It smells
that
a little.
looks-
It smells a little.
Well, I'll make
You
power
know,
wash the rest of it.
Let's see, Mom. Do you know what this is called right there?
What's this
That one
time?
there. What's that called?
Or what
Hanging
is it?
off. It's it's kind of going
It's falling
down.
down.
Yes.
It's a drop
Drop
tie.
Drop tie.
Yep,
Good
that's
job.
She knows.
Cole,
She
you gonna
knows.
like put Blair, like hang Blair up like?
I
that?
already
Yeah, hang
told
on.
Mom,
You got to
dude.
tell the story a little bit about this. This was a cool hunt.
This was okay. So, I actually took Casey with
Put him
me.
on the table
Give
real
me
quick
put him
while
on
you're
the
yeah while you're talking about it.
Front and center.
Yeah,
Right here.
yeah. Hold it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, I went in after this deer to what was it the first day of the cold front
Yeah.
and didn't see him. I had pictures of him going into the bedroom that morning. Thought we were gonna get him. Didn't get him. Had like 2 mature 8 points in there, and I thought they were like keeping him out of there because they were both 6-year-old, big 8 points, and older than him. He was only 5. And so I was like, well, Casey, let's go try to get these 8 points out of there. So I took her in with me, and I was like, it's your hunt, first hunt of the year. Letting her go, and of course the first buck we see is my buck, and I'm like, nope, that's how I'm shooting him, and he walked right in.
Casey
And
was sitting there with her bow, and
Yeah.
Cole didn't even.
I didn't
he
even
didn't
think
even
about
let
it.
her get her
But
bow in
she
her
knew.
hand.
I mean, once
I
she seen
know,
the drop,
and she-
but she did look up. She goes, "There's a small buck."
Cole about threw her out of the blind when she said that.
Yeah,
He's
she
like,
looked up.
"That's
There's
my
a
buck."
small, there's
What
a
do you
small
mean?
buck. And I was like, "That's my buck. What are you talking about?"
That's when the gloves come off. You
Yeah.
don't mess with Cole's back.
But it was, I guess you could say, our daughter's first hunt.
It was the
because
first family
She
hunt.
was sitting there in the blind before, and I actually have video. She was kicking. She was like sitting there kicking and all excited the whole time.
It's
And
very special.
so,
One
Well,
day you'll get to tell her that story.
yep, I will.
You'll get to have this
So
deer
either be
mount in your
disgusted or
new
very
house.
proud. One or the other.
Yep.
Yes.
There you go, bud.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Congratulations.
And my
Congratulations,
newborn pics,
bud.
I'm gonna hang her from
That'd be cool.
Oh,
Probably
like a
not-
little,
probably not
like a little,
like what's it called? That
Bass? No, not a
Hey.
bass.
Swat.
A hammock. It's a hammock.
Yeah, like a hammock.
Yeah.
I might have her like take a picture and then
Cole's holding his deer with the hammock.
and my baby in there. That'd be
I don't
cool.
think it's a ham. What is that called?
I know what
It's like a baby hammock.
Yeah, baby.
How have we gotten out of the especially me? I haven't had a
swaddle?
baby around.
swaddle?
I was thinking a swaddle. The swaddle is
like
the
on
thing
your
that you
chest.
hold on your.
That's what you wrap
Yeah.
them up in, right? Yeah.
Are you gonna
I learned how to
be-
tie that to baby class.
I know you
last
did.
week.
Are you gonna be that dad that has the backpack with like the baby in the
Oh,
back
yeah.
and then go climb a deer stand?
Yeah, for sure. But I'm thinking the front would be better.
Probably.
Yeah, that's
right?
probably a little better.
You like look back and you're like, oh,
Because
Climbing
sometimes
into a
up
box
there-
blind, just like hitting her on the door.
You ever climbed your backpack on and have like a branch get connected?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, come on.
Like
You
a
like, have to like drive up through the branch to go up.
That
But
will be cool.
Since you got your buck, the rest of the hunting season,
well, he has
you're
another
gonna.
tag.
November
Here in a
16th,
month.
I get another
Yeah.
tag. So that's
Never
I gotta
ends.
get done quick once because the babies will be like under a month for my next tag.
Right.
I got like 2 weeks to get my next tag filled, but once it comes,
Mm-hmm.
we'll talk. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk later about that.
Yeah.
And Jesse, you've got your wedding this weekend, which we are excited about.
Yes, we are.
Any thoughts going into the wedding week? Are the nerves getting to you?
No, they were worse last week than they are this week. I think.
Really?
I think I'm just
Calm
ready
down
to,
a little bit this
yeah,
week?
there's just now it's just kind of getting everything ready to go and
Yeah.
taking all the tying up all the loose ends so I can focus on that. And
Don't lock your knees when you're standing up there.
I heard that. No, I've seen
Don't
videos
pass
people
out.
passing out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
All
lock
of
your,
you.
if you
Don't-
lock your knees when you're standing up for a while, it'll like make you pass out.
We're only staying another 15 minutes. I feel like I've stood up a lot longer than that.
I don't
It's
know.
a little longer
I've
than
looked at my
that.
ceremony. It's
Yeah.
about 35, 40.
He did good.
What?
I'm kidding.
No,
No,
it's
wait,
not.
no,
It's
we
not.
told you.
No,
It's
it's
20
not.
minutes.
It's
I'm
not.
guessing
It's not.
17 minutes is what it's going to be.
At 20 minutes, I'm gonna be kicking it. I'm like, hey,
You gonna put a
wrap this
stopwatch
thing
on?
up,
Look
yeah.
back at you and be like, all right.
I want you boys to
Wrap it
eat
up.
beforehand because you don't.
Well, we're going golfing that morning, right?
Yeah. We're golfing that morning. It's supposed to be beautiful weather.
It
too.
It is.
It's gonna be
It
so
is.
nice. No rain.
No rain.
Well, 12% chance, but no rain.
That's a pretty small chance.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
It'll be
I've
all right.
timed it out. I'm like at 17 minutes on the ceremony.
That'll be perfect.
I thought you guys were going to do something like really cool. I was looking. There's so many cool things you could do. There's like unity sand where like they both pour sand into a jar together. Then there's like this string tying or like this like tie the knot where like you braid two
I
strings
think that's like
together.
depending on religion, ain't it?
I thought that
No.
was.
Like
No,
if
it's
you're-
just kind of like a.
Well, we were gonna brand a piece of wood with our brand.
Yeah,
oh,
we're-
that's
they're
cool.
branding
Are you
like-
doing it up while we're
I
doing
guess
the ceremony?
I wonder when we're gonna do that because we'd have to have the iron, or it'd be hot, obviously.
Jake and I could be getting it hot.
I was going
back
to say,
there.
can you brand Cole while you're at it?
I mean, we can definitely try it.
Not branding anybody.
I don't know, Mom. It could get pretty wild if Jesse shoots that deer tonight.
Yeah.
If he
Jesse's hunting tonight. If you don't know anything about us, we are huge bow hunters. If Jesse kills his big deer tonight, we're bringing both racks to the wedding,
I'm gonna put them on the arbor.
and we're going to put them on the arbor.
put him
Hold
on
me
there
to
with-
that.
Yep.
Yep.
You guys are
Absolutely.
serious, aren't you?
Oh,
Yeah,
You're
we're
really
not
gonna
kidding.
do
Don't
it.
worry.
No, we're not kidding
No,
at
he's
all.
on another booner tonight.
Yeah.
It's like 175 inch
Yeah.
deer.
If I kill that dude tonight,
Yeah.
I'm putting it on the arbor.
You have to. Both Cole's too. I feel like it's only fair.
Could you imagine if we both killed this
That'd be so redneck.
So redneck.
All right, so moving along, Mom, what were you thinking when we first told you that we were doing a reality TV show?
Do you not remember my reaction?
No, I do. I just want the audience to know.
They don't know. We know.
I think it was no, you guys are not.
Oh, I was not happy about it at
She
all.
was not happy. But after it aired, I'm just kidding.
I
You
was
weren't-
really not happy.
You were not happy at any phase whatsoever.
No.
Um,
It was like watching a train wreck the entire time with my boys.
that was a year and a half ago. We were at a very different place in life. Cole and I especially.
I was down bad.
What was the worst moment from season 1, Mom? Who's the bigger disappointment? Cole? Myself?
Well,
I mean,
hate
just
to
set
call
me
it-
up for
I mean,
failure. Come on, man.
I
we
mean,
know what it is.
obviously, I
Yeah.
think we know who it was.
I think we know what the Vegas one was. I don't
But
I know. I just want
Who had the greatest comeback though?
Yeah, I mean, really.
exactly.
I didn't
like,
end with twins.
Okay, that was bad. That like the whole that there was a couple that was next to that.
You want to bring me up? I'll throw you right under the bus.
Oh, he did
That
it.
was not my fault. Not my fault. All right, that backfired.
Paid actors.
All right.
There's,
So,
He was trying
do
to
you
get me
boys not
under the
remember
bus.
the group text that you were in?
Oh, trust me, I
yeah,
remember.
that's why I didn't write these questions. This was Steven.
we wanted honest, transparent communication here, Mom. So we just we need you to talk about what you were thinking whenever we first approached you with the fact that we were going to be on reality TV. This was going to be my second go-around after Joe Millionaire. Hey, y'all. Today's episode is brought to you by AgAmerica, your go-to financial partner for all things agriculture. As the largest independent financial firm dedicated to rural America, AgAmerica is changing the game of ag, lending and leveling up financing options for farmers, ranchers, and landowners across the nation. And I'll let you in on a secret. The thing that sets this company apart from the rest is the people. They understand firsthand the unique needs of American farmers and ranchers because many of them grew up on the farm themselves. They take a farmer-focused approach to finance, prioritizing relationships over transactions to help you build a stronger financial foundation for your farm and family. So whether you're looking to buy land or secure working capital, AgAmerica has your back. Visit agamerica.com today to learn more and see how they can help you achieve long-term financial success. Because when farmers thrive, we all do.
Do you know where your meat comes from? You will now with McBee Meat Company's Build Your Own Box. A retail value of $300 worth of melt-in-your-mouth steaks, insanely delicious griller products, high-protein meat snacks, and a free gift of your choice for only $159. These meats are born, raised, processed, and shipped directly from our family farm here in North Missouri. We're one of very few brands in the entire country who can honestly say that every single step in the meat supply chain is owned and controlled by us. We're doing it all, ensuring your meats are born and raised without the use of GMOs, steroids, antibiotics, vaccines, or whatever the hell else they're putting in meat these days. This type of respect and care for animals and the delicious meats that they provide us can only be found on a family farm. And that's why we're damn proud to bring you this Build Your Own Box, available now at the link below. Your purchase directly benefits our family farm and the rural community that we operate in. And so I want to take this time to personally thank you and tell you how much we appreciate any support that you may give if you decide to purchase your meat from us. We do not take it lightly. It means the world, not only to us and our animals, but also the community we live in. Now, let's get back to the podcast.
I didn't want you to do Joe Millionaire.
I know you didn't. You were concerned about how, like, number one, just being put out there. Whenever you put your life out there for the entire world to see, you're going to be judged, good or bad, because people are watching a very small portion of your life and making substantial judgments about who you are as a person based on that little tiny portion that is edited most of the time to not even depict, for the most part, who you are. And let's be honest, everyone has their own flaws as human beings. And when you're put on reality TV, your flaws are pretty much the only thing that are broadcasted because it's what's entertaining. Right. So instead of seeing us working hard every single day or just being a normal person, you get to see the worst moments that we have. And 90% of the time, it's not in the best light, right? So I'd say that's what you were probably scared about most.
I was. With Joe Millionaire, I was worried about how you were going to be portrayed. And actually, you came across very genuine in who you were in that show. So, I ended up okay with that.
Yeah. I also did not know that it was going to be Joe Millionaire.
Right. No,
they told me that it was for people
we
that
thought it was,
were focused on their careers, not in finding love. So that's what I went down there for. And it ended up depicting, I think at one time it said I had $10 million in the bank. I ain't ever had $10 million in the bank.
No, I think there's only one person here that probably.
I ain't never had. You have to take a couple zeros. You have to take like 3 or 4 zeros off of that for what I had in the bank. Yeah.
Yeah, Steven was out there talking. I'm like, who? This ain't what? Whenever you're on that show, I'm like, this ain't you, dude.
Dude, that show gave a wrong impression of who I am.
I remember people asking, like, Steven's really? I'm like, no. I'm like,
not at all.
No. He ain't got it like that.
I wish. But then going into this reality show, we told you, what did we tell you about it?
You told me it was going to just be a reality show of, like, you guys working at the farm up here and,
Basically what it was.
Yeah, basically. Just working every single day.
There was quick shots of Cole in the tractor working, I think, for like 10 seconds.
Like, Mom, it's just going to be us on the farm and what we do day in and day out.
Working as a family.
Technically, we were told that it was going to be a show about our farming
I was not happy
operation.
about that at all. I did not want you to do that. And then you told me your dad was going to be on it. And then that was a whole other reaction.
Yep. Which brings us to our next segment, which is what we call our Reddit Reads. Now, Mom, I couldn't find anything about you, which is good.
You're lucky.
You're lucky. And I also didn't want you to have to read some of the things about Cole or Jesse, because there's just some
And that's what's rough.
horrendous slander.
It's rough for a mom to like hear people say that stuff about your son. I said some things about you too. I mean, yeah, it's not like
Mom didn't
You got to
protect
hear
Cole.
from me.
She didn't
No,
hold back.
I listen to you. I don't listen to the Reddit people. The people on the internet are so dumb. So if you comment on my post, just know I laugh at you. Like, you can comment all you want. I don't care what you
But
say.
you know when I
I
said
promise you I kill booners with a bow. I don't care what you say.
That's
I
what
really
his claim
don't.
to fame is.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't.
But
mine comes from love though.
yeah,
Like,
Mom
and
just
you
wants
know
to
that
help
whenever
out.
I know. I care what Mom says. I don't care what people call me. But
Some random guy on the internet that's never left his mom's basement.
That's just
Yeah.
rude. Like that.
Mouth
That's
like a
just,
sphincter.
I don't even care. Call me what you want.
I think you should get some lip injections. Just come in Kim K
I'm
style.
already getting a spray tan tomorrow. I can't do more.
We are. We are. I forgot
We all
about
are.
that. Yeah, Mom
love it,
set up
see?
a spray tan for Jesse's wedding, so that way we'll be looking like
She's seen enough to the ghost
bronze.
comments on me on Instagram. Everybody call me white. Call me a ghost.
look like bronzed up. I don't even know. Hopefully we
I
don't
don't
turn
know.
orange. That's my
No,
concern.
it's not. It's not like that.
I
at
think
all.
I'm gonna look
It's
like
just
them
a little
bodybuilders.
Glow. No, you won't.
You're missing one part of that.
You're missing one part of that
You
equation.
don't think
You'll
I
be
will, you know,
dark, but
like out there on stage.
Cole's gonna look like
like
Chris Bumstead up there on the wedding. Do you know who that is?
Nope, but is he buff?
Mr. Olympia six times.
Oh yeah, no. That's me.
So for this Reddit reads, I found one about Dad, and there was a lot about Dad, but I found one that was not that bad. Says, unfortunately, Steve's house in the city is down the street from me. The effer has already made himself a neighborhood pain in the you-know-what. He is completely full of you-know-what.
Poop.
Dad's already got quite the reputation in Jesse's neighborhood, apparently.
Oh yeah, he does.
So funny
Well-
story. You'll find this pretty funny. We were down in Nashville, and we were on top of John Bon Jovi's, and there was some neighbors from Jesse's neighborhood that recognized us and came over to talk to us, and they were talking about Dad's house, and they said, it's crazy. Both of the neighbors on each side of that house, they've already bought and sold.
Resold.
Yeah, and resold their house on each side of him, and the house is still not done. It's like both sides of his house has been bought.
Wonder
and
why
resold.
both sides of the house
Like,
is
they're
sold.
both
Yeah, like
buying
there's
and
They're
no
out
other
of there.
No other house in
They're-
the neighborhood has, but those two.
And then they also said that they
They
have
hear
to.
him hey videos. We're gonna have big parties back here. They're like, we're out.
They also had to. They said they've had to stop in the street about every day and pick up nails and screws. And then they also said that they have heard rumors about what the house is for, and so they ended up putting pineapples on his front porch.
They did.
Do you know what that stands for?
Yes, I do.
They were great. They were
They were
hilarious.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. They said that they had been wanting to put pineapples on his front porch, and Jesse
You guys
and I were
told
like,
him to do it.
Oh yeah, well, Jesse and I were like, you have to do that.
I
Please
can't believe
do.
that.
So did
It's
they?
funny.
So they did.
Oh,
put
yeah.
them
Oh,
on
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
What did he? Did he see
I
him?
forgot to tell Dad. Dad that inside joke. So the other day I get on Instagram and he had posted videos like, "Oh, some people think they're funny," and it was the pineapples on his front porch.
They did set them right in the front, two pillars out front.
Yeah,
right in
it
the
was
front
hilarious.
door. It was good.
I'm glad they did it.
52-year-old man getting ready to be a grandpa. I think he's forgotten that.
I reminded him the other day. I said, you're having a grandkid here soon.
He will not be babysitting her.
No,
That's all he keeps talking about. He just wants to babysit.
No, he wants to use her to go get more women. Is what he wants. And that is not going to happen.
Brayden and Steven can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my Instagram going to be filling up.
Yeah, just like
Oh,
when you get a
like
new
with his
puppy.
dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
His
every
little-
new puppy.
We're gonna
was
come get her and be rolling around the grass like that one puppy you got.
that's-
with
Oh,
the-
that
taking
one was
pictures.
bad. That was probably the worst
That was a
one.
phase, all right?
Yeah.
That was a phase.
Where were you? Like 24, 25 then? 23?
I don't remember. It was young. I was young. I was immature.
And then he'd keep it for 6 months,
Yep.
and then
Boot it.
I had
yeah.
some bad dogs.
you did have some
I
very
had some
rare,
bad
I think
like
he had bad ownership.
Yeah, it's not
No,
the dog after
no.
7 of them.
I have a good dog now, though.
You know, whenever you have kids, you can't just you have one chance of raising it. You know,
Says who?
it's not like a dog where you go through 7 of them and be like, all right, finally won this decent.
Says who? Whatever.
oh boys.
All right. Any other questions you guys have for Mom?
I do.
Let's hear it.
Mom, out of all your boys, who do you think is the most real American cowboy? And can I tell you about something that happened yesterday after you answer this?
Dang it. I am sore as all get out.
Wait, I kind of heard about. Yes,
You did hear about it?
I heard about it.
How are you doing
about it.
today?
I'm a little sore.
So we got Steven out of the office yesterday to come help us move some cows, and we put him on horse, and it was hilarious.
Steven, when was the last time you were? I mean, you went riding. on
Cole,
horse? You
Jake,
don't-
and Jesse ride all the time because they
Yeah.
get to work the cows. I'm in the office nonstop, so I don't ever get to ride. I'm dealing with problems in the office.
He did ride a horse. We put him on a horse. We haven't rode in like 7 months.
Yeah, it's my horse, but I just haven't had time
Steve
to
set
ride
him
him.
up to film.
Yeah,
I mean,
they knew.
He
Knew he was going to get little rank.
We did talk to him beforehand. Was like, if you want to buck him off,
Just
the
throw him
horse,
off
we
one
talked
time,
to him.
easy.
Like,
Like,
you
just-
can just
So
let
we were
him
going
off
down this
softly.
hill, and we got them all in the. We were trying to move them all from a 160 to a 40, then up to across the road, and we got them all in this corner. And Steven came. We were running down to get around him. And Steven came running behind us. His horse started bucking the whole way down the hill, and I heard Thad say
I
something.
bet your heart was racing with
And I
it.
turn
You know
around
it
and
was.
Steven is hanging on for dear life, and the horse is just bucking for 50 yards down this hill.
I held on for a while.
You did.
I didn't
all
get
the way
to
down
see
the
it because
hill.
I was running right,
Dude, he
right in
started
front of you.
10 yards from that gate that I had just closed.
It might have been 60 or 70
Yeah,
yards.
he went all the way down that hill,
I
bucking
watched
the whole
Steven,
time.
and he was hanging on, and all of a sudden he started going towards the barbed wire fence. I was like, I started
Cole
yelling.
started
fence.
yelling fence, so I would have
Because
held on.
he was going right into the fence, like, and I want him to throw him off onto the barbed wire fence because that would hurt. Then come up with some stitches.
Yeah,
or
that's what
something.
confused me because
Yeah.
Cole yells, "Watch out for the barbed wire."
I was
I'm
like,
like
"Fence,
10 feet
fence."
away. I look back. All I see, I barely catch it. I see Steven literally upside
flying
down.
off the
I
horse.
see his hat up in the air. And
Right on his back.
boom. But he rolled out of it.
Yeah, I tucked and
You know?
rolled. It
And
didn't.
then he got
That's
up
good.
and he's like, got all mad, he's like, and he went and grabbed the horse. Dad's like, you getting back on him? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, do you want to get on my horse? He's like, yeah.
I was gonna get back on him, but
You were.
I wasn't looking
traded
forward
him.
to it. Cole traded me.
Oh, I bet
But then
you guys
after
laughed.
Cole got on my horse, he was fine. He just had that one buck in
He
him.
did. He just had that one little.
Well, and can't they kind of sense your
I was,
fear in
but I'm
your?
not nervous.
Oh yeah, from like 6 feet away, 10 feet away.
Yeah, but I'm not nervous.
You weren't nervous at all.
They'll feel like
You
a
didn't-
fly.
I really
on their
wasn't.
back, barely. They know.
I just don't like
they
riding
feel it.
horses because, to me, you have to do it every day to be like comfortable on them,
Right.
and they're unpredictable. Like if
They
I
are.
press a four-wheeler
Yeah.
throttle and I turn the four-wheeler throttle left, it's going left. If I turn it right, it's going right. You do that with a horse. Some days they do what you're supposed to do, and then the other days they have an attitude and they do the complete opposite.
Yeah, you rode it, man.
I respect it.
You rode that bronc, man.
I'm a little sore
Are you
today.
sore today?
A little bit. A little bit.
I'm sorry. It's been a while since I rode. My legs are kind of sore.
Yeah.
My inner thighs.
It's my left shoulder because I
Oh, that's
landed on my
good.
left shoulder
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
rolled.
It was
You
a
did.
big horse too. He's a big.
Yeah,
horse.
it's a long. Like you don't understand. My horse is
Ways
probably
down.
5 hands taller than all y'all's.
Boys, you put him on
That's a
that.
little much. He's
mean,
probably like.
we'll go with what
he's
you
probably
say.
like 16 hands. He's a big horse.
He is. a
He's
big
probably
horse.
2 hands taller than theirs, but
Still
still,
pretty
it's a
tall.
long ways to fall down, and especially on a hard dirt area.
Yeah, it was
not
as hard as
soft.
a rock. It ain't rained in a month and a half.
So you gonna ride again?
It
Maybe
may
on
be a
Cole's
bit.
horse.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
tell you, Cole's horse I got on so easy to ride.
If you don't ride a lot, it pays to have a horse that
That is
you
good.
can trust and that
Well, also-
has been worked on.
I know that real cowboys use split reins. I hate split reins with a passion.
I mean, it kind of depends because those other ones are rope and reins. Like, I mean, you kind of. I don't really know. I feel like you just ride what you want because
Well, y'all really messed with me because you put me with split reins and y'all got to take the rope and reins. So split reins is like 2 individual pieces of leather, and they
you
cross.
just gotta have a little more control with them. With
Yeah,
the,
but I always,
with the
whenever
rope and
I'm
reins, I like
running or
it 'cause-
anything, I
yeah.
always forget which
Lose
one
it.
has slack, which one has tight, and then I pull the wrong one.
Yeah. I mean, it is, I ride rope and reins. I don't care. I mean,
Rope and reins are the way to go.
Now I can barely rope, but I try to. I swing it a lot. Dad can rope, so I just follow him, swing my ropes. I look like I know what I'm doing. He ropes the cow, and I rope it after he does. When
Yeah,
you're just kinda
when it's on, it's sitting there on the ground.
Jake was trying to rope a cow yesterday, and he roped his own horse.
He did. He did. And he drove the calves into this bucket and up against the fence. It was,
He literally missed with his rope, and then his horse stepped in the
loop.
in the loop. Yeah, it was almost a bad deal.
He's such an idiot.
Hey, Jake.
Oh well, Mom. I think that's the only question. Jesse, do you have anything else for Mom?
I don't think I do. I think that was a good start.
Yeah,
sure
it's a
we'll
good
get you
start.
back
We'll
up
have you
here
back
again.
on here whenever we can talk about something a little bit more. Which, speaking of which, I think we're going to be able to here pretty quick. Heard through the grapevine that maybe by the end of this week, we'll see. So, we have some exciting news coming. We just can't talk about it just yet, but stay tuned. Guys, new episodes of Meet the McBees drop every Tuesday on YouTube and every other audio podcast listening platform. If you like this episode, share it, subscribe, tell a friend. We've got plenty more on the way, and like I said, we've got some exciting news that we're hoping to be able to release within maybe by next week. Like I said, little birdie told me that by this Friday. We'll see. Don't hold me to it. But
We'll see.
all right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.